So happiness Korju's journey. Lessons from the wise owl. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between gentle hills and whispering trees, there lived a young man named Korju. At 20 years old, Korju often found himself gazing at the stars, feeling a quiet but undeniable call, something beyond the familiar rhythms of village life, a greater purpose just out of reach. One night, as the moon bathed the village in silver light, Korju felt a pull stronger than ever. The air seemed to hum with possibility. With only a small pack and a heart full of questions, he set out on a journey, unsure of his destination, but certain that it was a path he was meant to follow. Korju's travels led him to the edge of a dark forest, its towering trees seeming to breathe with ancient knowledge. As he stood at the entrance, a wise old owl swooped down from the canopy and perched on a low branch, its eyes gleaming with the wisdom of ages. "You've come seeking answers," the owl hooted softly. "But be warned, young traveler, this forest reveals not only your deepest fears, but also your greatest strengths. Along the way, I'll share truths to guide you, principles you'll need to carry with you." Korju nodded, his heart racing with both fear and excitement. He stepped into the forest and the owl's voice followed him. "First, remember this," the owl began. "Courage exists in every heart. Fear is not your enemy, it's an invitation. True courage is the choice to move forward despite your fear." Korju felt the truth in the owl's words as shadows danced around him. Fear tightened his chest, but with each step, he found that the act of moving forward loosened its grip. The darkness ahead seemed less intimidating. "The answers are within," the owl continued. "You may look to the world for guidance, but don't forget that the wisdom you seek already lives in your heart. Quiet your mind and listen." Korju pressed deeper into the forest, aware now that every step was a reflection of an inner journey. The more he focused on his own thoughts and emotions, the clearer the path ahead became. "Every obstacle is a lesson in disguise," the owl's voice echoed through the trees. "What blocks your way is not meant to stop you, but to teach you. Face each challenge with curiosity, not resistance, and you'll discover the strength hidden within." As Korju walked, he encountered gnarled roots and overgrown paths, each one requiring him to think, to adapt, and to grow. He began to understand that each obstacle was a chance to refine his skills, not an end to his journey. "Kindness is the greatest power," the owl hooted gently. "Your strength isn't measured by control, but by how you treat others, especially when faced with hardship. Kindness creates ripples that change the world in unseen ways." Korju passed animals in the forest, some friendly, some wary. He treated each one with care, offering gentleness even when he received none in return. He felt the quiet strength in choosing kindness. "Presence is the key to peace," the owl reminded him. "Don't let your mind linger in the past or race into the future. Be here, in this moment, for peace is found in presence, not in escape." Korju took a deep breath, letting the sounds of the forest ground him. The wind, the rustle of leaves, the rhythm of his own heartbeat, all reminded him that the present moment was where he truly belonged. "Gratitude unlocks abundance," came the owl's next truth. "No matter how difficult the journey, remember to give thanks for what you have. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance." Even as the path grew difficult, Korju found himself thankful for each step, for the air in his lungs, the strength in his legs, and the guiding wisdom of the owl. The forest, once dark and foreboding, now felt full of possibility. "Connection is the source of true happiness," the owl continued. "Don't walk through life alone. The people you meet along your journey are reflections of you. Cherish those connections, for they bring richness to your life." Korju thought of his village and the friends he had left behind. He realized that his journey wasn't just for him, it was for those he would meet and the people he loved. Connection, he understood, was the true treasure. Growth comes from stepping beyond comfort. The owl's voice grew softer as Korju neared a shimmering lake at the heart of the forest. Embrace the unknown. It is outside your comfort zone that you will find the greatest rewards. Korju knew this well. The forest had frightened him, yet it was here, in the unknown, that he had discovered his strength. Forgiveness frees the soul, the owl whispered as Korju knelt by the lake. Holding on to anger or regret binds you to the past. Forgive, not just others but yourself, and you will find freedom. Korju looked into the lake and saw his reflection. He had grown since stepping into the forest, not just in understanding, but in compassion for himself. He let go of the burdens he had carried, feeling lighter with each breath. And lastly, the owl said, its voice filled with warmth, love is the ultimate purpose. Every choice you make, every step you take, should be rooted in love. Let love guide you, and you will never stray from your path. With those words, the forest seemed to shimmer with light. Korju stood tall, feeling a profound sense of peace. As he made his way back through the forest, Korju no longer feared the shadows. He realized that the journey he had embarked on wasn't just about reaching a destination. It was about embodying these guiding truths in every moment of his life. The trees that once loomed dark and intimidating now felt familiar, even welcoming. He walked with a newfound confidence, knowing that the real journey lay not in the roads ahead, but in how he chose to live each day. When Korju returned to his village, the stars still sparkled above. Yet now, instead of longing for the distant sky, he smiled, knowing that he carried the light of those stars within his own heart. And so, with the owl's truths as his guide, Korju lived his life with courage, kindness and purpose, embracing each day as the next chapter in his ever-unfolding journey. Thank you for listening to Sow Happiness.